A palpable unease has settled over swing districts across the country. Constituents are voicing their concerns more loudly than ever, and the tension is almost tangible in the air. Conversations between representatives and their voters are filled with worry and uncertainty. The source, the undeniable resurgence of Donald Trump on the political stage. His return has been nothing short of a political earthquake, shaking the very foundations of the current political landscape. Democrats, once cautiously optimistic about maintaining their fragile hold on these crucial districts, now face a wave of anxiety. The optimism that once buoyed their spirits is now overshadowed by a looming sense of dread. Trump's rallies draw enormous crowds, his message resonating with a fervor that chills Democrats to the bone. The sheer number of supporters and the intensity of their enthusiasm are impossible to ignore. The energy, the anger, the unwavering support, it's a stark contrast to the mood within their own party. While Trump's supporters are fired up and ready for battle, Democrats find themselves struggling to match that intensity. For Democrats in swing districts, this resurgence triggers a primal political fear. The fear of losing their seats, the fear of a shift in power, and the fear of an uncertain future. They look at the fervor of Trump's base and see their carefully crafted narratives crumbling. The stories they've told, the promises they've made, all seem to be at risk as Trump's influence grows stronger. The Democratic National Committee has made the controversial decision to fast-track President Biden's nomination for the 2024 election.
This decision, however, has been met with a chorus of dissent from within the Democratic ranks. Critics argue that ramming through Biden's nomination without a primary challenge is a grave mistake.
This internal strife is a gift to Republicans, who are already using it to paint Democrats as out of touch and in disarray.
Recent events have only served to heighten the sense of dread among Democrats in swing districts. The failed assassination attempt on Trump has had the perverse effect of further solidifying his support among his base. Adding to the Democrats' woes are Trump's recent legal victories, which have been portrayed by his supporters as proof that the charges against him are politically motivated. He now speaks with an air of invincibility, framing himself as the only one who can save the country from the radical left. Within the Democratic Party, the chorus of voices urging Biden to step aside is growing louder by the day. This sentiment is not just a whisper among the rank and file, but a resounding call from various factions within the party. The urgency of these calls reflects a deepening concern about the future of the party and the upcoming election.
Prominent Democrats have publicly expressed their concerns about Biden's candidacy. These leaders, who have long supported Biden, are now questioning his ability to lead the party to victory. Their doubts are not just about his policies, but also about his overall electability in a highly polarized political climate.
They point to Biden's age, his perceived weakness on the world stage, and his inability to connect with voters. Critics argue that his age could be a significant disadvantage, making it difficult for him to campaign vigorously. Additionally, his perceived lack of strong leadership on international issues has raised eyebrows among party members.
Their calls for a new generation of leadership are fueled by a growing fear that sticking with Biden will lead to a catastrophic defeat in 2024. Many believe that fresh faces and new ideas are essential to energize the base and attract undecided voters. The stakes are high and the party is at a crossroads.
Grassroots activists argue that Biden does not represent the energy or vision needed to defeat Trump. They believe that a more dynamic and forward-thinking candidate is necessary to inspire the electorate and bring about meaningful change. These activists are vocal and determined, pushing for a shift in the party's direction.
The Democrats' anxieties are not unfounded. Recent polling data paints a bleak picture for the party's prospects in 2024, particularly in those crucial swing districts. Biden's approval ratings remain stubbornly low, weighed down by concerns about the economy and inflation. Trump, on the other hand, has seen his numbers steadily improve, fueled by his relentless attacks on Biden and the Democrats. The polling data also reveals a troubling trend for Democrats, a growing enthusiasm gap. Republicans, sensing blood in the water, are planning to fully exploit the Democrats' disarray. With the midterms approaching, they are sharpening their attacks and refining their message. They see an opportunity to not only retake the White House, but also to solidify their control of Congress. This is a pivotal moment for the GOP as they aim to capitalize on every misstep by their opponents. Their strategy is simple yet effective: double down on the issues that resonate with their base immigration, crime, and cultural anxieties. By focusing on these hot-button topics, they hope to galvanize their supporters and sway undecided voters. They will paint a stark choice for voters: a return to Trump's vision of America, or a continuation of the Democrats' failed policies. This narrative aims to create a clear contrast and drive home the message that change is necessary. Republicans are also counting on Trump's enduring popularity among their base to drive turnout in 2024. His influence remains strong, and they believe his presence on the campaign trail will be a significant advantage.